No. Now this first bucket we're going to talk about is a lifetime of income. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Klein, where might you find a lifetime of income? If you have a pension, you'll have it there. We also still have Social Security, which currently will still create a lifetime of income. Now, if you don't have those, or if they're not creating enough, I can help you find a lifetime of income through an annuity or a variable annuity, perhaps, if it's appropriate. Now we're going to look at money for today. Where do we find our money for today? You're retired, most of your money probably should be allocated for money for today. This is where we find our dividends, this is where we find our interest. Dividends are going to pay us quarterly, interest probably will pay us semi-annually, but this is how we get through the day-to-day and enjoy our retirement. But money today isn't going to be nearly as much as money for tomorrow, right? What are you going to do when gas is $8 a gallon and it's $5 a gallon? Well, we need to allocate some of your money to help pay us tomorrow. These are through our growth stocks, or our growth investments, our aggressive investments. It may not be as much over here as we have over here, but it's equally important to make sure your retirement goes smoothly. Now, when we add these to a portfolio, we create a balance, a well-balanced portfolio, and we'll give you a visual. We have 3 separate buckets of money on their own doing nothing, right? But we want something stable, something that we can sit on, like a 3-legged stool. So in this, you can see exactly what we're doing, and it's just simply adding some growth and aggressive to that portfolio. Not much, but all we do is just add it to the portfolio. We come down here, we're going to add our money for today, our growth and income investments, our income investments, to give us some money for today. Then, of course, we want to make sure we have that money for life, primarily so we don't find you sleeping under a bridge. But we add money for tomorrow, money for today, money for life, and get a very well-balanced portfolio. You see, each one of these, even though different amounts, is probably of equal importance. Every single one working together to create your retirement portfolio. Now, keep in mind, thank you. Markets are high, but you don't want to freak out. We've seen markets reaching all-time highs. And what do people think? They think, oh man, the market's going to drop. I need to pull my money before that market drops. But remember, we only have a little bit. Right? We want to make sure we're getting our money for today. And ensure we're paid for life. Now sign right here. But see, so that's a talent that I have. Each one of you has. You don't get here without having a talent. You don't get here without having a background. I spent about 45 minutes talking with the Forces folks today about how to leverage their background and how I leverage my background into my business. Every one of you comes from a different background, at least most of you. You can find a way to leverage that into your business, and you'll start growing exponentially. Take what you already know and add it with what you've learned, and it's gonna be amazing. We've brought in nearly $30 million within 3 years of not taking over. That's new assets, not assets we took over, from practicing the presentation. If you're nervous in front of people, keep doing it. I was very shy. It might not seem so, but standing in front of you, my heart's probably going about 120 times a minute. But I've done it so much, it just becomes natural. You can still be nervous, but you're going to be naturally nervous, and they're not going to know. Now, with that being said, if you're able to do that, your future here will be absolutely amazing. Everything will want you. And you probably don't see it yet, or you don't realize it now. Oh, it's already in there. But I want you to take a look at this box. We're just going to place the box right there. The box has a big question mark. I will say that question mark is whether you are going to make it or not. But I think you all are going to make it. And this is a trick just to show that the future is going to be amazing. Now, I'm going to try and read. You're going to find I created this for this moment, and I have never done it before. So sometimes you're going to be put into a situation where you haven't practiced, you haven't rehearsed, but if you've done the basics so much, you'll be able to. Now, we're going to predict the future right here, and I would like you, sir, I would like you to name any, or think of any celebrity. Don't name it out loud. Think of any celebrity out there. And I. You have one? Now, if I got your celebrity that you're thinking of, would you be thoroughly amazed? Who was your celebrity?
George Clooney.
George Clooney. Ladies and gentlemen, George Clooney. Some of you may not be convinced. So we'll ask you in the back. Could you think of any four-legged animal?
Okay.
Did you change it?
No.
It's the same animal.
Yeah.
The same exact one
Yeah.
that you started with.
Yes.
Shannon, what was your animal?
A deer.
A deer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is right after rut, but we have a deer. Now, this might be, you might have heard a term called fake it till you make it, right? Now, I'm going to grab this, and Lucas, you're going to do me a favor. Okay? I want you, I'm going to have you think of a color. Okay? Any color you would like, but don't let me have any influence over the decision of the color you're thinking of. Fair?
Got it.
You're thinking of the color right now. He's got a thicker skull to crack. All right, Lucas. What was your color?
Purple.
Are you serious? I knew that Lucas was my least favorite in class. We had him. I mean, we had George Clooney. We had the deer. But if my prediction came true, would you be thoroughly amazed?
Yes.
I knew that Lucas was my least favorite in the class. So, right now, you're all going to fake it. You're all going to fake it till you make it. But you keep faking it by doing what you have to do every day, right? You learn what you have to do every day. It's monotonous. You're going to have successes. You're probably going to see more letdowns and let-ups to start out with. But if you truly do that, you'll see the future will be truly amazing. Now, I could come here and predict the future, and obviously here, I didn't do too well, but that wasn't predicting the future. That was trying to read their minds, which you're not going to be able to read the mind of your client. That's why you have to ask those open-ended questions, so the client tells you what they need. Not a lot of tie-ins, right? Right, so, but if you do that, the future can be truly amazing. And I did say that I could predict the future. I predict if you guys can do that, the future is truly amazing. We have a glass box that's sitting right here. It's been there the entire time. Would you agree, Ms. Woodward? Okay. Inside that box, I made a prediction. We're going to open this here. Now, Ms. Woodward, I would like for you to do us a favor, ladies and gentlemen. If you open that up and read out loud what is written on that yellow piece of paper that was contained inside this box the entire time. Go ahead.
To prove I can predict the future, I would have to already have known that the celebrity would be George Clooney, the animal would be a deer, and the color was purple, and that ultimately Lucas was my least favorite. Wow.
No way.
That's for you, brother.
Wow.
You can also gain clients by creeping them out.
You know what I learned from that? That not only being 3 tours